Hey everybody, it's Murgle, and today in this one we'll be discussing layering, Blizzard's new fix to server stability in place of sharding for classic WoW. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. So first off, I want to say that I'm very pleased with the way layering sounds. Sharding was going to be an necessary evil that really nobody wanted, and Blizz came up with a different alternative. While it essentially has a very similar premises, they chose to rename it. I think it is to put players at ease, of course. So when I first heard layering, my fat self-thinking immediately thought of a delicious cake that Blizzard's just going to bribe you with so you forget that they're adding sharding to the game. But in reality, it's obviously much different than that. It's sharding, but on a massive scale. So, sharding in current WoW works like this. It sees that a zone has a lot of people in it. To divide up all the resources and all the monsters and everything in that zone, and to prevent a bunch of people from being in the same area at once, it moves them around till they inevitably basically look around and nobody's there. It is indifferent to your realm, really, or any factors other than being in a party. It'll just purely move you to where it can to make sure that you can keep playing with as little lag or issues as possible. It's a useful feature, but it also is a terrible one as well. By doing that, all sense of your realm pride, identity, or really anything is lost because it doesn't matter what server you're on anymore unless you're a top 100 guild competing for mythic clears. So realistically, a lot of the aspects of joining a specific server, for example, are all lost. Sharding is also terrible because monsters, when you're looking around, everything around you may vanish. Players, monsters, nodes that you're going to go mine or collect with herbalism, anything like that, because the game is just willy-nilly moving you around. Everything vanishes. It's not a fun feature most of the time. So the way layering works is similar, but it's also very much different. So when a shard is created, it normally takes people from basically anywhere, any realm and everything, and just tosses them together. It does it very needlessly too, almost resulting in like an empty world, because it's just there's so many shards being created, and they're very, very small, each of them. And every time you enter a new zone or a new land or anything, you enter a different shard again. Layering, however, puts you into basically one massive shard. These shards are purely created as well from people only on your server. So what that means is, and this is what I picked up from listening to the devs, think of both Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms as a singular zone. So once you enter the game, you're put into a shard that consists of that entire world. That means when you're moving throughout the world, things won't just randomly vanish because you're not changing shards all the time. This also means that anyone you see will most likely remain right there where you can see it. These layers also intend to have a rather large population caps. Each layer will have the population of an original vanilla WoW server, meaning about 3,000 from what I picked up. That means you have a very, very strong likelihood of seeing a bustling and thriving world, because 3,000 is a lot of people, and allows Blizzard to have a maintainable population with, I'm guessing, very good server stability. They probably tested all this to make sure that they can handle that kind of size. Layering will also only move you off the layer if it has virtually no other choice. So I'm guessing the only times you might shift, if at all, are during peak times in like the afternoon or the evenings. So in my eyes, it's a very good fix. I like it. Most of the time, you'll always be seeing the same people from the way it sounds, and in the event you and a friend are on two different layers. So if this happens, if you and a friend are on two different layers, joining a party will drag you to a single layer, and I'm presuming it will drag you to whichever one has the smaller of the two populations. So it also means that Blizzard is likely planning to drastically increase server size populations, far exceeding what they were in Classic originally. This means that you might effectively have 10,000 people on a single server. However, they will be divided up into 4 different layers. But I believe when you're in a city, trade chat, for example, is shared. I could be wrong on this. I think that things like trade chat are shared inside of cities. So you will find it relatively easy to find groups quickly with so many possible candidates if there's 10,000 people actually on that server. They have also said that once Phase 1 ends, so the first patch basically, once it's ended, regardless of how populated servers are, they will remove layering fix completely. So however many people were on that realm when this was layered, they're all going to get mashed into one single realm again. That could be a lot of people. So I'd say this is awesome on their part. I feel like the team developing Classic really is trying their best to work with what they got to make it authentic. They want it to be as authentic as possible. Let me know what you think down below. Honestly, if this technology is as good as it sounds, anyways, I would love to see this kind of thing implemented in the current version of WoW, not just Classic. This sounds so much better than what Sharding is right now. Even if Realm Identity is mostly gone in the current version of the game, it would still be nice to see a lot of regular faces instead of nobodies that you meet once and you never meet again. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was informative, gets a good idea of what layering is. This is what I picked up from all of it. Please tell me down below if you think anything different. Alright, I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.